weeks were just evaporating. That is why I am working on this 75 Hard Writers Challenge. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariah. Today I wanted to go over my 75 Hard Writing Challenge goals. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of baby noises in the background, but just bear with me because this is my life now. Lately I have been really busy trying to take care of my baby, my house, get everything in order. There's a lot going on behind the scenes here, but I found myself kind of just slipping by. Like, my weeks were just evaporating and I wasn't seeming to get a lot done. So that is why I am working on this 75 Hard Writers Challenge. But first, I wanted to make sure that I answer the question that I left you with in the last video. My answer to that question is that yes and no. I have been writing a children's fantasy book and I'm obsessed with children's fantasy. I think that is more of what I read as a child than anything else. But now as an adult, I've definitely branched out into other things as well. But I will always have a soft spot for fantasy and speculative fiction, sci-fi. I don't know, I feel like those kind of intermingle a lot, even in like young adult and middle grade. So that is my question and we'll get into the video now. I have it all written down, so let's get started and go over what I have. First, a little caffeine. In my handy dandy little notebook here, I have all of my goals for this challenge and the kind of timeline that it will happen in. So this is starting on August 18th to November 8th. Little bit of a secret, but it's already started. I'm refilming this because the first time I filmed it, it didn't work out, so here we are. No spoilers though, I am committed to the bit. If you are a math wizard, August 18th to November 8th is more than 75 days, but I will be out of town and my sister is visiting, so I wanted to put in a little bit of wiggle room to account for those days. Now, what is a 75 Hard challenge to begin with? It started off as a health and fitness challenge for people to spend 75 days revamping their life, committing to goals and doing really hard things, kind of rewires your brain, resets your habits. And I will put on the screen the original 75 Hard, but people have taken it and revamped it for their life, fit it into their lifestyle, their goals, what they want to build habits around. So that is what I have done after I've seen so many people's videos. I love all of these videos. I will pop up a bunch on the screen because they're so fun to watch and I love seeing everybody's writing styles or writing habits, writing routines. It's really, really fun to watch and I hope that this one is as well. So my 75 Hard Writers Edition is that I want to be up by 8:30 a.m. Now this is not some lofty goal, but with a baby and I'm not a morning person, it can be a challenge to be out of bed by 8:30. And this is more of a like, let's get the day started by 8:30 because if I wait till after that, then the day just slips away for me. It goes by so fast. I want to do an 80% vegan diet. I kind of rounded that out to about 4 meals a week are going to be not vegan. Now, this diet has always really worked for me ever since I tried it a long time ago and I was vegan for 5 years. That was quite the commitment and I'm not that crazy anymore or I'm not that dedicated anymore, I don't know. But I definitely want to get back into building healthy habits and eating more vegetables and more fruit and just healthier, more whole foods, if you will. So this is my version of that. I want to drink 80 ounces of water a day, have a water bottle that is 40 ounces, and if I can drink 2 of those a day, then we are golden. Of course, if I drink more, that's totally fine, but that's my goal. I want to do an hour of writing, an hour of filming and editing, 30 minutes outside, whether that be going for a walk, playing outside, sitting outside. In the Texas heat, anything outside is exhausting, draining. So I don't want to make too big of a deal about it, but I do want to get outside. It's really good to get some vitamin D, some sunshine, fresh air, all of that. And I absolutely love spending time outside, but I just never seem to do it. So maybe this will force me into it, you know? And I want to spend 1 hour posting on socials. And now this is kind of with a caveat of this includes my Substack, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere that I am posting or being on social media, that will account for that time. So an hour seems, I don't know, maybe it doesn't seem like a lot, depending on who you are and who you ask. But an hour, it doesn't take an hour to post an Instagram post. It doesn't take an hour to schedule like a Substack post if I already have it written. So that is kind of like all of those combined. And if I'm uploading a YouTube video, sometimes that does take a while. I also wanted to do 30 minutes of reading nonfiction and then 30 minutes of reading fiction. This is just to build that habit of reading again because I have fallen away from it so far and I am just crawling my way back. And I have some nonfiction books that I am wanting to read. Currently, I'm reading Braiding Sweetgrass and I'm obsessed with it. It is so good. And 30 minutes can be about a chapter or so, depending on interruptions and all of that. And that's another thing about this schedule is that I have accounted for interruptions throughout my day. So, you know, something that might take me 30 minutes probably will end up taking me an hour because of interruption, taking care of my baby, taking care of stuff in the house, you know, adult responsibilities. So I wanted to account for that and give myself a little bit of a buffer or grace in that. So those are my goals. That is what I'm setting out to do. That is what I've been doing, but don't tell anybody, that's our secret. And I'm very excited. This is something that I want to commit to, and sorry, this is a tangent, but I'm not going to be super strict. Like the original 75 hard challenge is that if you mess up, you have to start over. The 75 days resets. I'm not going to be that crazy. Maybe it's more of a 75 medium challenge for me because with so many life things, there is no way that I would ever get 75 days straight of this challenge. So again, giving myself some wiggle room, giving myself some grace in there because the idea is to build better habits and build a life that I'm proud of and that I want to be leading, and not to punish myself for not being perfect. That's not my goal here. My goal is to have fun, to write more, to read more, and hopefully maybe even interact more with you guys. We will see what this leads to, but 75 days is quite a commitment. It's over 2 months. I've heard from people that once you get going, it just kind of becomes your new life. Like that, it's just what you do. And that is what I am aiming for because right now I have things that I want to work on, but not really a lot of direction or I don't know, not a lot of like guidelines to stay within. And as somebody who needs a more flexible schedule, I was trying that on purpose, but it's gotten so far out of hand that I feel like I'm not getting anything done. And then I have to scramble to get things done, and it's just, I'm not putting the time and attention and effort into things that I want to. So I'm trying to recraft my life so that I can put the effort in, the creativity, the passion behind these things that I love doing and make it more intentional. So that is what this challenge is all about. And I encourage you, if you would like to, try it out. See what you come up with for your goals. If you are doing it or if you have done it, let me know because that is so fascinating to me. I'm really excited to hear from you guys. And I wanted to leave you guys with a question at the end of this video. It's a new thing that I'm trying. Is that I want to ask, what is your wildest dream in life? What is your biggest goal in life? Let me know in the comments down below, and then I will give my answer at the beginning of the next video that I post. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for joining me and listening to my goals. I will try to have vlogs updating you about this process and the challenge and how it's going, how I'm feeling about it. I'm trying to give myself 2 weeks of trying it out how I've planned it, and then we will see and adjust maybe if things are just absolutely crazy and not working at all, or if I notice that maybe I need to shift a little bit, that will happen later. And be sure to keep an eye out for those vlogs so that you don't miss what's going on with this challenge. I'm very excited. I hope you are excited. Thank you for watching this video. If you've made it all this way, I'm obsessed with you. Thank you so much for your dedication and for your trust. I hope to keep making my videos better and better, and I really want this to be a community of writers where we can connect and relate and hopefully help each other and give advice and really foster that. And I think authortube and the writing community is that way for the most part in general. I have really found that. You guys are so welcoming and I appreciate all of you. I cannot believe that we are over 600 subscribers. Anyway, I'm rambling, but thank you so much. You can find me on Substack, on Instagram, here on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and follow everywhere, all the things, like, comment. Thank you so much for doing all of that, and I will see you next time. Bye!